Hey everybody, this is Jimmy, JR's altar. Don't worry, JR will be back, I believe, early tomorrow morning. Now, I want to talk to you about, the funk versus justice. It's about 10 months into my studies in paralegal studies. And I noticed that my professor, Mrs. Castro, was getting pretty frustrated at some of the lack of attention and attendance, what was going on in class. But one thing that she knew she could count on is that most times, unless I'm dead sick to the world, I'm there. That was a thing. Okay? And the beauty of it right there. Now, here's the thing. The blessing, if you will. I was still on my pursuit of justice. I mean, because even then, April of 2000, I was still angry. I mean, I'm just barely trying to get my identity and get that rolling and everything. And wouldn't you know, around that time that all this was going along came my best buddy Keith. And he was like, now, Jimmy, calm down, hold up, wait. I understand you're doing good in your schoolwork. He said, I'm proud of you. Look at you, man. Year and a half ago, from when I heard all the stories in Arlington, you were up to no good. And now look, you're doing very good. And I realized that you're still kind of sad that something died in you when your marriage ended and the life that you knew ended in Central Arlington. But think of it this way. You're doing really good now. You come to the knowledge that she's not coming back, that she was not the one for you, and you can beat this. You can do this. You see, unknowingly for me, Keith was beginning the launch pad for my finding a better pattern to discover identity. Now, granted, it was still tough. I mean, I couldn't expect Keith to hold my hand. I mean, shoot, he'd come to stay with me for only a week, and he was living like 500 miles away from me in a little town called Hurst, Texas, outside of Fort Worth. And here's the thing. Keith was my good friend that I respected and loved. No doubt, right? No doubt. Now, here's the thing. And I hope you're ready for this. Okay? We're going to have some fun. If you're willing. Alright? Now, the beauty of it all. Yes, I was still searching for justice. I wasn't ready to give that up. But at the same time, I was in a funk. And why? Things were not going good between me and Brad in some ways. We're generally going to think, hey, I like Brad, don't get me wrong, but he's starting to smother me. This ain't good. This ain't working with me. Okay? So it didn't go that well with me. It's like, man, things have got to get better. Things have got to improve. And so that's where it all comes from. But now here's the thing. And I'm just going to say this now. You're sitting there on a computer. And what? You're looking for answers. Right? Now, you have to think. Two years before that time, April 1998, I was warned in a dream not to move to Arlington, Texas. And I was sold a bill of good that, oh, we'll be okay. Jimmy, I mean, it's an okay neighborhood. We'll be okay. But then I think to myself, what the heck? Something did die. But because of my funk that I was going through for 14 months, I was kind of like, it's cool to be looking for justice, but I ain't just looking for justice anymore. I'm looking for answers. I'm in a funk. I'm hurt. My identity was taken away. And the corny platitudes that Brad was giving me wasn't working anymore. Why? Because they were reactivity. Because they were a part of the reactivity in our distracted, defiant culture. And I'll tell you why. Ignoble ease. What did Brad's friends do for a good time? Sit there and watch some of those crazy movies. Some of them scary. Oh, something wasn't, by 2000, something wasn't gelling between me and Brad anymore. It's like the friendship had changed. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still liked Brad. He passed away in 2021. And there's times I wish I could still talk to Brad. But by the early 2000s, too much had changed. Now, the friendship didn't technically end until 2010. And it was sad to see that. But when search for justice becomes a search for answers, that's a slippery slope. Now, I'm not saying that I was looking for vengeance. I was at the point by 2000s like, the heck with vengeance. The heck with trying to reclaim what I lost. I want answers so I can build my life back. That's what I wanted. Because if you can build and create the life you want, you're unstoppable. But you know what? I'm going to say this like anybody else would. You've got to work for it. You've got to work for it. And you know that. Okay? Now, JR will be back in a couple of days. But you know, I was taking some pretty hefty courses. 99, 2000. Legal research. Administrative law. Civil procedure part. Civil procedure part 1. It's a two-part course. But by that time, I've only taken the first part. And I don't know why I was frustrated, but I feel like in some ways I was like acres away from some of the other students. I mean, by mid-April, late April, early May, it was becoming obvious. It's like these poor guys are lost. It's like the reactives are, these poor guys are lost. I'm in this crowd. I'm in these people full of losers. Let me tell you something. You hang out with losers, you get the loser mentality. You hang out with a herd, you get the herd mentality. Like, well, I don't do that. Fart around, kill Netflix. And I don't want to do that. I'm going to build a business. I don't want to go out there and network. I don't want to do nothing. Give me a break. That doesn't work that way. And you and I both know that. Because you see, here's the thing. Growth means change. But real change that is powerful requires you to stretch yourself. That is the strenuous life, my friends. It is. And of course, this is, JR is going to be doing a video episode in a couple of days. We'll be back to you in a couple of days. JR is going to talk about the process of becoming. It's going to be a golden nugget. But by 2000, I was knocked off the process of becoming. I couldn't grasp it. Everything was too confused. And by April of 2000, it was like all the scales, because I'll tell you something. Half the time in 1999, after my ex-wife and I split up, it felt like I could not see color sometimes. Only saw black and white. Sad. Because I was so grief-stricken. But I wanted some semblance of my identity back. Heck, if I had gotten into the right connections, I mean, I hung around with Brad so much, who knows how far I would have gotten. But then again, that's making lame excuses. Because I want to tell you this now, and please listen to me. You hang out with losers. Listen to me. You hang out with losers, then that's what you get. The loser mentality. You hang out with the herd, that's what you get. The herd mentality. Don't get me wrong. April of 2000, I was still on my search for justice. In some ways, I was still angry. It was stolen from me. She allowed that couple, after I said that they had to go, to just waltz right in and steal something precious from me. I wanted something precious back, and I knew it couldn't be her. After 12 months of being separated, and 3 months after the divorce being filed, I knew it couldn't be her. But I still wanted something precious back. And 2000 and 2001 was the beginning of searching for that something precious. Tell you something. That's what matters. I remember after Keith left, I had gone through my second set of missionaries, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I was doing good. I knew I wanted to be baptized. But, you guessed it, Brad and Jim Bob. Now, Jimmy, don't do this. There's going to be a war. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. And I caved. I went to a party with some friends of Brad's, Memorial Day weekend, and things, especially toward the end of it, things went reactive quick. Very quick. And so I was determined by 2000 that Brad was not going to smother me like that ever again. And he didn't. I started drawing boundaries. That's what you got to do sometimes in a strenuous life. Draw boundaries with people sometimes that don't know the meaning of the word stop. No. Oh, I know. No, it's a dirty word, right? No, it's a dirty word. We all know that. Now, I hope you enjoy watching the Strenuous Life 2.0. If you like what you were watching, please subscribe and become a part of the Strenuous Life Radio family. This is Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Choose. No. Think strong, live strong, and live the strenuous life. God bless you. Take care. Remember, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really love you.